What's poppin', my beautiful Red Carpet Curls royalty, and welcome back to the Red Carpet Curls YouTube channel. So clearly you can see I've had an amazing wash day. Look at these beautiful curls. This is not edited at all. These are just the results of my fantastic wash day. And you're gonna flip because these beautiful curls only came from 2 products. And only one of them was a styling product. That's how good the styling product is. So this beautiful head of curls is thanks to a brand that I have introduced to you in the past. I think it was about 2 years ago. I did a YouTube tutorial on the brand called Bemycurl. I absolutely adore Bemycurl. Let's get into how I styled today to show you exactly everything I did and show you a few more tips about my 2 favorite products and the 2 keys to this beautiful wash day, hydration and hold, thanks to Bemycurl. I always start wash days with my Q-Redo hair steamer so that the gentle heat can lift the scales on my cuticle layer so that my shampoo and products can penetrate more deeply and effectively. Now, next step was my deep conditioning mask. I haven't deep conditioned in about a week and a half now, so I knew I needed that deep moisture. I love the Seal the Deal mask just because I know whenever I use it, it is ultra hydrating, ultra moisturizing. The first ingredient is water, and then the second ingredient is glycerin, and then a fatty alcohol is the next 2 ingredients. So these are all great things for your hair to make sure that it stays hydrated. So especially now that we're in the winter months, it's October as I film this video, and you can see my hair looks like it's enjoying itself out here with all the, you know, crisp, dry winter winds. That's because the deep conditioner penetrates the deepest layer of my hair, also known as the cortex, which is going to make sure my hair is moisturized thoroughly. Okay, so what I love about the mask is how moisturizing it is. The moment that it touches my hair, and you're gonna see it in the clip, the moment that it touches my hair, my rough, dry hair immediately starts to soften up. It starts to feel like silk. All the tangles start to loosen up, so that allows me to actually detangle my hair with just my fingers, not using anything else. I like to keep it as gentle as possible, and your fingers are the most gentle you can get when you're dealing with your hair, when you're manipulating your hair. So I like to apply that into my hair, really rake it in. I am a big fan of the raking technique for product application, just because your fingers are the only thing that can tell you when your hair is properly hydrated. A brush is, yes, a brush is going to brush product through your hair, but it's also very rough. So for example, the Denman brush, which is a very popular brush, it's known to cause split ends and breakage if it's too rough and it doesn't have enough moisture in your hair. So again, the gentlest way you can deal with your hair is with your fingertips. So that's how I deep condition. And because my hair was so dry, I wanted to make sure, especially since it's winter, that it got a real boost of moisture along with just the deep conditioner. So I made sure to grab my Q-Redo hair steamer. Steam is one of my favorite ways, if not my top favorite way, to expedite the deep conditioning session. So normally you need to leave a deep conditioner on anywhere from 15 minutes to 30 minutes. When you put some kind of indirect heating cap or a Q-Redo hair steam or some kind of steam, all of a sudden the steam, the heat works to lift the scales on your cuticle to allow the deep conditioner to penetrate more quickly and more effectively and more deeply. That is what's so important about deep conditioning. So since I used my Q-Redo hair steamer for about 5 minutes, I left it in my hair with a shower cap for about 10 minutes and rinsed it all out. Once I rinsed it out, this is the important part. I always tell people the key to healthy hair is hydration and hold. That means 2 steps, 2 products. Normally people just assume that hydration and hold has to come just from your styling products, but no, you can actually just apply just a gel to your soaking wet hair after you rinse out the deep conditioner like I did today. No, it's not gonna be harmful. No, you're not gonna seal in dry curls. This is the result of styling with just the gel. On soaking wet hair, there's a lot of volume, bounce. The definition is out of this world. And what I love about the Bemycurl Let's Get Kinky hydrating gel, the hold lasts for 2 to 3 days. So I know tomorrow when I take my hair out of my satin bonnet, which I'm going to sleep with tonight, I know I'm gonna have amazing curl definition still, especially when I use some steam to kind of liven up my results from today's wash day. That's it. This gel is so unbelievably hydrating, so moisturizing, that it locked in. All this shine, yes, it's from the gel, but it's mostly just from the soaking wet feeling I had in my hair. I made sure to apply my product to soaking wet hair to lock in all the moisture and shine from my water, not from any other conditioner other than the deep conditioner. That doesn't exactly mean you should be skipping rinse out conditioner or leave-in conditioners just because they serve their purposes. Rinse out conditioners are formulated to really seal the cuticle layer, the outer layer of your hair, so that you have that frizz-free definition, whereas leave-in conditioners are kind of like primers. They focus on giving the little bit of hydration that you need since naturally textured hair is normally so dry. One thing I do want to mention, since I have said soaking wet like a bunch of times now, I'm pretty sure you can make a drinking game out of how many times I've said soaking wet hair, but you absolutely can apply the gel, since it is hydrating, to dry hair or damp hair. Just understand, whenever you style on damp hair, you are styling for volume, not definition. In order to have volume, you need frizz. So therefore, when you style on damp hair, you're gonna have some areas that are not as wet, and therefore they're gonna frizz because they're a bit thirstier than other sections. I prefer for fine hair to style on soaking wet hair so that I can really focus on product application like this, like I'm raking the product in. The back section of my hair is actually the section that gives me the most issues. I have a lot of ununiform looking curls. A lot of people call that zigzag looking curls. So I really make sure to focus my raking technique in that section and really finger coil that back section. So as you saw earlier, when I started styling, I used the BMC sectioning technique, which is sectioning my hair into 5 smaller sections so I could really focus on the product application. So now that every section is styled, I'm just going in with a little bit more gel, raking it in just so that I can have that extra hold for days 2 and 3. After I apply the product, that is when I section my hair. I use my natural part right up here to just go back and section. And now I'm doing my final rake throughs just to ensure, like I told you, your fingers are what feels if your hair is properly hydrated or not. So now, oh, you saw that water pop out? That is soaking wet hair. So now I am scrunching just to encourage my curl pattern. And this is actually a new tip I've just added. This blue brush right here is called the scruncher brush. Look at that clump it just gave me. Normally, I'm not a fan of brushes. It was actually with Bemycurl that I learned it's best to just use your fingers as opposed to a brush. But look at this definition, this clumping I got just from 1 or 2 swipes of that brush. That is why I use this brush mainly in the front sections of my hair, because the front sections are the sections that were my weakest. This is where I would straighten my hair the most before I was following a specific method. And therefore this was the most damaged hair. So I really focused the scruncher brush on here to get that clump and frizz-free definition. And that makes my finger coils so much better. So as I told you, I am focusing on the back. I like to finger coil back here just so that I have some more uniform definition. And I find that when you style using finger coils, when they dry, they last longer than your regular curls. So I actually have more definitions for days 2 and 3, especially if I'm using steam somehow. So this is a great tip. After I finish my finger coils, remember, finger coiling is up to you, as much or as little as you want to do. Please understand, if you finger coil every single section of your hair, it's going to be less voluminous. It's going to be a lot of definitions for days 1 and 2. You're probably going to have to wait for days 3 and 4 to have more volume. The way I do it is I finger coil the top sections, the canopy, so that I have the definition where people can see, but the under layers are still voluminous so that it gives the illusion of more volume. And finally, as a last step, I normally use paper towels. If your hair is very dry and you find that the microfiber towel, when you scrunch out the excess moisture, takes out too much, just use paper towels instead of this microfiber towel. I found that the microfiber towel was just fine for today. This is how my hair looks while it's forming the cast. And now you are about to see how these popped up to be the most luscious curls you've ever seen. Boom! Look at those curls! So you see what I mean? You see nothing but definition in the front, especially because I finger coiled, but you see how voluminous it looks? That is because the under layers were not finger coiled. That way I can enjoy the volume and definition all at the same time. Thanks to the finger coiling and the scrunch it brush, look at this definition. Look at how easily I'm able to pull the curl part from their curl clumps. Look at that shine. That is all thanks to this Bemycurl gel. Locking in all that moisture. Did you ever think when I started this video, when I told you there was no leave-in, no other conditioner at all, that my hair would come out looking this great? That just shows you that the quality of the Bemycurl ingredients are so flippin' high. This is why I always return back to this gel. It is my favorite gel of all time, the #1. And this is why. Barely any effort. Look at that one finger coil right there. You see that one right there? Honey, that's stuff for days 2 and 3. That's it, guys. That's my video. If you want to check out the original video, if you want to check out the original video that I did 2 years ago, you can check that out now on my YouTube channel. I can also link that below. But I really hope you enjoyed the tips that I gave you for using these 2 Bemycurl styling products. Remember, it is a 3 product line. I just don't find that personally I need the leave-in conditioner. The gel itself is so hydrating, like honestly, and especially since I have fine hair, I don't need to weigh it down with a leave-in. Now, if you have coarser, thicker, drier hair, absolutely invest in that leave-in. It's essentially primer. They call it the primer. It's going to prepare your hair to take the hydrating gel much better so that you can have these beautiful, beautiful curls. So I will see you guys soon. Until next time. And if you haven't already, make sure you check out Bemycurl. I do have the written review on my website. And if you're going to purchase Bemycurl, make sure to use our discount code RedCarpetCurls. So until next time, bye everyone.